murder victim Debbie Hawk have been located. The remains were unearthed in a field about 3 miles east of Stratford on Monday of this week. Stratford is a community that's south of the Lemoore area. Debbie has been missing since 2006. The sheriff's office was called Monday morning about 7:30 and deputies responded to the scene. Immediately upon responding to that scene, sheriff's investigators were called out because they knew that those remains were human remains. The remains at the scene led investigators to believe that they were of a female, middle-aged, and several years old. The lower and upper jaw of the remains were recovered at the scene. Hanford police officer investigators were contacted because our investigators believed that there could be a connection to Debbie Hawk. The Hanford police officers met our investigators with the x-rays of the dental x-rays from Debbie from back when she went missing. And Monday afternoon, the forensic odontologist, Dr. Daryl Libby, confirmed a 100% match of those dental remains to Debbie Hawk. Late Monday, the family members of Debbie were notified. Over the course of the next 2 days, the investigators from my office, the Hanford Police Department, the Kings County District Office, spent 2 days combing through the scene where the remains were unearthed. The area that was unearthed was an area that had not been farmed for many, many years up until about 2010. The owner of the property tells us that he began farming that property in about 2010. Over the course of the last 6 years, the disking and tilling of that property has unearthed these remains. It was in an area that would have been very difficult to just get to or find. So we believe that Dave Hawk, who was convicted of this murder, placed them in that area in an effort to conceal these remains for many, many, many years. The majority of the remains or the bones of Debbie have been recovered. They've recovered the vast amount of the bones from her body. There was also some acrylic nails that were recovered at the scene, and there will be some ongoing investigation that will take place for that, and Captain Anderson will explain that. The original investigation was handled by the Hanford Police Department in conjunction with the Kings County District Attorney's Office. Those investigators and prosecutors that handled the original case in 2006, 2007, 2008, and 2009 were the ones that went out and made the notification to the family, and we appreciate them doing that. They had obviously a very familiar connection and a personal connection to that case. Now I'm going to have District Attorney Keith Fagundes come up and talk about his role in this investigation and the impact that it does or does not have as we move forward, and then he will turn it over to Captain Carl Anderson.
Thank you, Dave. We've received several questions asking how this find impacts the conviction. It does not impact the conviction of David Hawk. In fact, it's our belief at this stage that it strengthens the conviction. It actually undermines at least one of their arguments at the time of trial that she could still be alive. So we believe that this discovery gives closure to the family. It will be considered for what it is, and that is that the family can begin at least that healing process. We will continue in joint efforts with Hanford PD as well as the Sheriff